looking at this?
Because you're dumb, Biryani.
That looks pretty.
Pretty? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're weak.
Just like your mom. Got him. Whoa. Wow. Wait, I have to go up. Jade Palace. Jade Chamber.
Jade Palace. Like Jade. Not Palace.
Yeah. Yo, it's Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
I did it.
You did what?
Captain Beidou sent me to come get
I fixed the
We'll
arm.
weigh anchor as soon as you're
You
aboard.
fixed your arm. Your Toby.
Beidou is the captain of
Oh
our
wait, no, that's back.
Of course.
A
There are
remote,
many
please.
things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order.
Can't believe I used to play
Whether
the
the
game
journey
like that.
before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement.
Why will you go to the abyss?
Until we meet
Don't tell me
again,
there's gonna be an abyss
Ad
in
Astra
Inazuma.
Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
No, we don't.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all
That's
happy
my
now.
face right now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to
completely
bid farewell
unamused
to
face.
Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for
I
coming all this way to
open
let
the
us know.
door.
Just
Open the
following
door.
orders. I'll see you
Open
two
the
aboard the Alcor.
door. You know how to open door?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
Okay.
Stupid. I knew Jameson was right about you. I don't know why I'm saying this, by the way.
Where's
What's your
the
favorite suit in
again?
the entire game?
The Iron Spider suit was pretty cool.
The what?
The Iron Spider.
Yeah. The classic one or
And
the
then
MC
the
one?
DMCE one.
Nice.
Then I really liked the Far From Home one.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yeah,
only two
my-
suits I use.
Yeah. Guess what mine is?
What? Mahian?
What? No. Stupid. My favorite is actually this thing, the Amazing Spider-Man one.
Man. Bug. Wait, whoa, that one? Why? That one?
Yeah. That's my favorite Spider-Man movie. It's like the favorite Spider-Man of mine.
Wah, oh god. Wah.
And the suit is different from the rest, so yeah.
More cutscenes than of the Inazuma. Are you winning, son?
Yep.
How is the shit not on fire?
It's called physics.
Okay, good. On Beto.
On Beto. Or like
You finally made it.
the Beetle, I have no
All
idea.
these
what
years,
to say
come
about
rain
that.
or storm,
Go.
the Crux fleet has never suffered
Krishna.
a delay. If it were anyone
Alright.
else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
The
The
nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Wow. Cutscene. Bug. Wow, huge ship.
How can I kill that guy anyway?
You can't. You're weak.
The guy with the sword, bro.
You're weak.
I'm not
Pero...
weak. I'm stronger than you know.
Okay.
Why one? Easy.
After raging thunderstorms, the anchor finally comes into port. How does this sincere now? Wow, that's pretty. Wow.
Even though Sables, like, they don't like Spider-Man, they have cool tech and cool cars. Sure.
That's actually the salmon.
Oh, hi
Looks
there.
like child.
Huh?
The guy looks like child. Inazuma child.
Who's child?
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou. Bye-bye.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Type bug.
Spider-Man? Well, like, Spooder-Man.
The thing that I drew yesterday.
Huh?
The thing I drew yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stuck. Great. What am I doing?
You're under the jurisdiction.
I was supposed to talk to her.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits? My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo.
Wow. That's so cool. Oh, another waypoint.
Waypoint, more like wave kill.
Dress inventory become me.
I don't know. I watch too much Zanny.
Too much what?
Zanny.
Zen who?
That guy's a YouTuber, bro. He plays different games. It's really funny.
So I was acting like him without even knowing who he was. Damn.
Yeah. He says something like a weird, like, pun, then he says, doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense, that's why he said it, and then he says, doesn't even make sense.
Bug.
He called Taskmaster Skeletor, and then he's like, oh. Then they say it's Taskmaster, and they're like, oh.
You've completed the
It's really
entry
funny.
procedures,
It's so hard
yes?
not to laugh at one
And
of
now
his
you
videos.
want to apply for residency, both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's
I
right.
hate
1
MJ
million per
machines.
applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on your behalf.
Drop down the entire
I'll
price.
treat you to dinner too.
And for
How
dinner.
does that sound?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's not how you haggle!
Brilliant,
By all
yeah.
means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a
That
record.
worked.
Damn
Much
it, dude.
obliged.
I'm so confused. What? It was 2 million mora, and now it's 600.
What? Oh yeah, that's called nerfing prices now.
For taking the lady out for dinner. I can't this game.
There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Just slick with it. Just like that, and then run.
Oh, I see.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it.
I see.
The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on retail.
Whatever. Doesn't even make sense.
Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and
this
survival
game,
skills.
bro. They said Alchemax. Yeah, never mind.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price. You understand?
Not you too!
Right.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that, if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Cariso. Okay, good name. Cariso. Are you Cariso? Cariso. Yeah, I'm blind.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku Decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku Decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. Then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rise... Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock.
I had to get a ship all the way to get here. And now that I got here, I can get out and get in at any time I want because waypoints exist.
Exactly.
Because waypoints
so this
exist.
vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
That's
a vicious cycle.
They turned the lights off on us.
The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
Who's going crazy in the background?
No.
I just heard someone laugh like a maniac.
I don't know. Balance, I guess.
Your bands are laughing like a maniac.
Good, they're watching TV. To be honest, we all laugh like maniacs.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my sister.
It's not your fan then. Yeah, your sister's crazy. Where do I get? How do I get to the waypoint? Oh,
your mom.
What are you saying?
I don't know anymore.
On the map right now, lad. Oh, guy.
Right.
Electro power.
Rain outlines your fate.
Metallic has electro power now.
Nice. What can you do with it?
It's like, ooh. It's like the Geo power, then Animo power. Now it's electro. I can use it in battle. Whoa, I'm purple. Okay, that's in game thing. Ooh. It's flames. Seems lame though, but okay.
the world can't I use my permit?
I'll be back. I can't walk through
Cool.
this gate. Now I'll be back.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Please step forward and complete this form in order to stay and read out.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Please step forward and complete this form.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please
I
have
still
your
have a lot
documents
to
and
do
proof
with the
of
guild.
identification
How
ready.
about you take a rest while I go back?
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
Please step forward and complete this form in order to stay and read out.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Bruh, you know what killed me? An elevator.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Please step forward and complete this form in order to stay and read out.
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Please step forward and complete this form in order to stay and read out.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
I'm back.
You're gone? Oh.
You told you I'm being stupid.
Good.
There was more. I was certain the wrong thing. Use this. Oh, I can miss once. Let's see. What I get? Ooh, what the? Whoa! It's got you!
Wow.
I got the 5-star that I wanted. Whoa! Wait, did this happen? Or am I dreaming?
Nope. It's real.
It's right there. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. At all.
What you know?
To be honest.
Liar!
No, I just randomly wished. And wow.
Ask and it shall be received.
All the 5-stars I've got till date was on a single pull.
Damn.
And just great, I wasted all my...
That's murder.
My XP on D-Luke.
Time to begin work?
This But this guy, bro.
I trust you.
The guy with the sword is really
I have
annoying.
the entire banner.
And
I was so not expecting that.
I just realized, oh, that's how I counter them. They are attack. Upon doing one spike. And boom. And it's that easy.
What bow do I have? Let's try this. Wait, her tomorrow. I was definitely not expecting that.
No touching.
After I'm done eating. I think 28 March. $20 days. What do you think? That's not 2 months away.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me?
Do you know what happens when life gives you lemons?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on.
That's
Tell them they're
fair.
lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Knock, knock. Why? Hello? Knock. Okay, wait, no, leave that joke. I have no idea. I don't know any more knock knock jokes. Okay, knock knock. Joe.
Joe cool.
Joe, mama. Yes.
Access denied.
Huh?
I said Joe cool.
I can't tell you. Why is it
Body, healthy
I
mind.
said Joe cool. And I said Joe cool. I see.
Holy shit.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
Oh? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Hello, Papa.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
Your mic is up.
So he left the association and turned his back on
A
them.
little bit.
Oh, it's just a headphone volume.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth.
I'm doing great, but I don't think you're doing quite well, Nihal.
What? Oh, you're talking to Nihal?
He's in the comments section. He's like, how you doing?
How you doing?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
That's so funny. I'm doing, bro. I really, bro. You got.
Yup, indeed, since yesterday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jensen, I thought you ended it all, gave up on life.
Yeah.
But here you are.
Yeah. I still didn't get a refund, so tell him to pay me.
Oh yeah, you still owe us 1,000 V-Bucks, even though you are almost about to die.
No, not that. Not just that. For the flowers too.
Yeah, totally not because of me, Nihal. Like totally, I wouldn't ruin your life. Like totally.
I would love to ruin your life.
This place is so cool.
This guy with the shield is very annoying.
Just like someone I know.
Shut up.
The battle pass, what can I get? Still need
Your mom
sucks.
Nihal, sure it does. Have you seen Fortnite? Oh yeah, so you'll get traumatizing flashbacks.
Oh yeah, by the way, I saw one of your older videos, and in the comment section, this guy's apologizing. What is his name? That guy, bro. Ethan. Ethan was apologizing.
Oh, yeah.
In the comment section, I was so shocked, and it was so funny.
Yeah, that.
Oh god, it was actually really funny.
Have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Alright, I'll go back to Leo for some time.
Your mom.
Or Mondstadt. This place is cool.
See if Nihal's still watching. Ask him, is he playing Fortnite or something? I don't know.
I'm gonna play Fortnite, Nihal. Oh wait, never mind, we'll get flashbacks again.
Just shut up and tell.
I think he heard that game sucks.
That's what he said. Damn.
Yeah.
Does he know that he sucks in the game?
No.
He replied to you with no.
Yeah. Sure.
How did you...
How did you what?
Okay, now that I got Ganyu, I'm gonna start saving up for Kazuha. She's probably gonna release in 2.6.
Nice.
Will this kill me? That didn't kill Ganyu, she's an Adeptus. Let's go.
Next on the agenda.
I see.
What am I doing?
What do I know? I don't have that many bows, damn. On the other hand, I have so many... What are they called? Forgot what they're called. Damn. Huge swords.
You should.
I have multiple... I forgot what these are called as well. Red. Hold on, get away from this game. Fortnite's ruined me. Obtained by making offerings.
Yeah, dude, ask Nihal if he's still there.
Nihal, yes, I'll ask Nihal. If he's not there, he'll definitely not respond. Are you there, Nihal? Tension wants to know, like, I can definitely not see you.
Yeah.
He left, Baka.
Can you hear me? Okay, no.
Suckers.
I didn't hear. No. That wasn't sarcasm.
Oh, you can't make it out.
Shut up, Baka.
What's the messenger for? Sounds lame. Don't mind me, I'm gonna start looking at how to...
Be off work this early? There is still a lot
build
left to
Ganyu.
do.
How to build Ganyu for DPS.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my updated Ganyu guide for her newest rerun.
I've won 2 50-50s so far. I'd be really sad if I lose to Kazuha 50-50.
Every type of Ganyu profile, every Ganyu build, specifically the main ones such as Freeze and Melt Ganyu, but also some niche options like the support build, which I'll also mention in case that's how you want to play this character. Because of that, this is going to be a complete Ganyu guide, going into as much detail as possible. The thing I want to do in this video is talk about Ganyu's abilities, and then cover also her different playstyles and how you're supposed to play this character. The first thing you should know about Ganyu is that pretty much her entire kit is very powerful. Her charge shots not only have
It's so nice to de-stress.
second instance of damage when you fully charge them, which is a Frost Lake arrow that will bloom and deal AoE damage. While most charge shots just fire one arrow, Ganyu's charge shot, when she does this Frost Lake arrow, will explode on contact and then deal AoE crowd damage to everything around it. Not only is this it helps you Ganyu survive by distracting enemies to attack your skill. This ability deals damage when you press it and also when it... Alright, now with that being said, let's move on to Ganyu's builds. For her artifact sets in particular, there's actually quite a few different ways you can build her depending on your playstyle. On top of that, there's many different artifact sets that can be very good, and so I want to clear all of that up in this section. The first thing I want to say is if you're playing Ganyu in a freeze team, if you're pairing her with a Hydra support and perma-freezing enemies, then the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer set is by far the best one. The reason for that is because the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer is arguably like the best offensive set in the game, so if you can make use of it, then you should definitely use it and grind this set until you get at least a decent one. The Blizzard Strayer set, if you're unaware, gives you not only 15% cryo damage bonus, but also 40% crit rate against frozen enemies, which is just absolutely broken, and usually so important that building a freeze team and capitalizing on this artifact set, then there are many other viable sets. The two main sets you want to go for, especially for a Melt Ganyu, are either the Reminiscent set, 4-piece, or the 4-piece Wanderer's Troop. Both of these are very good and similar in damage, with the Reminiscent set being able to edge it out slightly, because it gives you 18% attack and a 50% increase to your charge attack damage when you use your elemental skill. This buff lasts for 10 seconds, but has the downside of making you lose 15 energy, which on one hand is quite annoying, but also in a Melt Ganyu team, you don't always want to be using your burst, and so the damage increase you gain by losing that 15 energy is generally very worthwhile. On top of that, this is a set that comes with the Emblem set, which is one of the best support sets in the game, so you can definitely farm for both of them at the same time while trying to gear your Ganyu. That being said, the Wanderer's Troop is also very similar in strength, so it can be a good secondary option as a general set, because it gives you 35% charge attack damage and also some elemental mastery, which will help in your melting. If you don't have either of the sets I just mentioned, you can either mix and match 2 pieces, such as the 2-piece Blizzard Strayer set, paired with something like the 2-piece Wanderers, or 2-piece Glad / Reminiscence, since the 2 pieces both do the same. And lastly, the last sort of viable set that you can go is the 4-piece Retracing Bolide if you are running a shield character, and you can keep your Ganyu permanently shielded, as you will gain 40% charge attack damage. And so overall, as you can see, for a Melt Ganyu, there are many different artifact sets that are viable, so you should pick the one that is best for you, depending on your stats and substats. And for a freeze Ganyu build, you definitely want to be going for the Blizzard Strayer set. Finally, if you're playing Ganyu as a support, artifact sets you want can be similar, like the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer still being the best in a freeze team, because if you're running Ganyu as another crowd character in a freeze team, where she's playing a more supportive or quick swampy role, then going the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer will be 4-piece up. Now moving on, and then crit for a Melt Ganyu, however, the mental mastery if you are. Now moving on to the artifact stats you want, it is pretty straightforward. As with every carry, crit rate and crit damage are the main sort of substats and damaging stats that you're looking for, but also having attack percent and elemental mastery if you are melting can both be very needed. To go into more detail, first of all, for a freeze Ganyu is pretty straightforward. You just want to go for an attack percent sans, a cryo damage bonus doublet, and then crit damage on the circlet, because you're already gaining so much crit rate from other sources, like the Blizzard Strayer set and where you really want a crit damage circlet. For a Melt Ganyu, however, these stats are actually different. If you're running Melt Ganyu on your stats while attack percent, elemental mastery does tend to be better. The reason for this is because you want around 200 elemental mastery, and so unless you have a ton of EM on your substats, in which case going for an attack percent sans can be better, you generally want to go for elemental mastery on your sans to greatly amplify the damage of every single melt reaction, and your Ganyu will be triggered. Moving on for your gauntlet, once again, crowd damage bonus is the way to go, and then for your circlet, crit rate and crit damage can both work, as both crit rate and crit damage are needed for a Melt Ganyu, so you can go with whichever circlet, crit rate, or crit damage that you need more of. And lastly, for a support Ganyu, a lot of your stats can actually stay the same or pretty similar, because a support Ganyu or a sub-DPS Ganyu will still be dealing a lot of damage. The only thing that changes is you can want more energy recharge. The exact amount highly depends on your really good weapons for Ganyu, both for 5-star weapons and also free-to-play options that are amazing for her depending on your playstyle. Now, the weapon ranking varies from Melt to Freeze to Support, so I will be splitting this in multiple different sections, talk about weapons overall, but also give you guys an exact weapon ranking with calcs that I will show for every type of Ganyu. Before we get into that though, I do want to say that generally all 5-star bows for her are really good, and she also has amazing blacksmith options like the Hamayumi and the Prototype Crescent. For a Melt Ganyu in particular, the Immos bow is going to be your best option overall, as the passive just gives you an insane amount of charge attack damage while also giving you a lot of attack. On top of that, the way the Frostflake arrows work, or the blooms work, is that because of the animation taking a B is typically the go-to option, especially with refinement. This bow is amazing because of its effect and deals some of your melt. The problem with the Polar Star is at level 90, as I continue talking about the weapons. But keep in mind that this should only be used as a general idea of how good weapons are, as this varies highly depending on your Especpo and the Birdescent Hunt. And so hopefully I made it clear the elegy of the end, if you have it, well, because the is regarding more advanced tips and how to play Ganyu efficiently regarding her rotations for every different team. This is mainly going to be split into Melt and Freeze Ganyu, and the reason why this is so important is because a lot of people are playing these teams incorrectly, or at least aren't utilizing them to their full potential. While some teams are
Excuse me. Okay, brother, listen. I'm going to go watch Cobra Kai, okay? So I'm going to leave. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Xiangling or Kazuha as your pyro applier. If you're running Ganyu with Xiangling, it's pretty straightforward in the sense that you're going to just use all your abilities with one another. In this example team, I shield up with my Zhongli, use my Bandits first, then use my Xiangling's Pyronado, then swap to my Ganyu and can melt every single charge attack. The main things you need to know though is that in this team you want a lot of energy recharge on your Xiangling, like upwards of 200 to 220, and you can even run a Favonius Lance.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
No wonder you're a master.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
My strength still fails me.
No touching! Next on the agenda... It is something of a luxury, but I love listening to the rain from the courtyard. We're way behind schedule. Access denied. No touching. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda...
experiment will succeed.
What exactly is teamwork?
Next on the agenda... Access denied.
Absorption test.
No, my sword! My will embodied! Time to act.
Animo test 6308.
Born of ice and frost.
Stand clear. The sun is already out? Oh, okay.
Guess we can rest a bit. You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Hello. Mute. Hello. Hello.
ನೆನ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಬ್ರೇ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಜಾರ್ ಕಣೆ. ಅದೇ ಖಂಡಿತ ಧೈರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ದಾಗ್ಲೂ
لا. You're back.
Hello. When did you come?
Like 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
Unfortunate. Oi. Baka.